So you want to hear something funny in regards to what that dream I just had? Remember I said I was doing the poopers, but I forgot to add that at the beginning of the dream. Remember I said I was in the house, so it was something like social media, and I was watching people fighting, right? Stabbing each other, and everyone was covered in blood. And I was trying to use pillowcases to, excuse me, wrap the lady's hands like bandages. And Michael stopped me and said, no, I've done enough, that it's up to them. And I was explaining about how, it's probably representative of me saying you can do this law, you can pull up that law, blah, blah, blah. And Michael saying, no, you've done enough. Now it's their turn. And then remember he pointed to Starmer and said, he's next. There is this woman posting on X, the thumbnail you can see, I've put the link in the description box, who's talking about everything that's going on in Ireland. Everything going on in Ireland at the moment. And I was saying to her, you can do a vote of no confidence for your MPs as voters. And I said you can also withhold your taxes, no taxation without representation. Your MPs are the spokesperson for the voter. They work for you, they're civil servants. And I started pulling up all the stuff about when I took it in regards to Keir Starmer and Tony Blair and that to the King and the ICC and the whole no taxation without representation dream. And I started posting all the links and saying to her, scroll through it, everything you need to know is here. And if you're Northern Irish, tell the Northern Irish people to petition the King. Don't put 1,000 signatures on a piece of paper, get 1,000 people to send a copy of the same letter of a vote of no confidence for the Prime Minister to the King, directly to the King. Don't go through Parliament, go to the King if you're Northern Irish. And pass it on and tell Wales and tell Scotland. I'm putting all these links in. And then I remembered my dream. And Michael saying, no, don't stop. You've done enough. So literally a couple of hours after I had that dream, I was doing exactly what the dream said I was going to do. And then Archangel Michael stepped in and said, no, stop. You've done enough. Now it's they're all going to turn on each other because they are all fighting on social media. So my dream was spot on. And then he pointed to Keir Starmer and said, now it's his turn. Now it's his turn to go down. So whatever's coming out, Keir Starmer's got something to do with what's happening in Ireland, and it's linked to whatever's going on in Ukraine as well. There's got to be some sort of connection there, because I don't know why the Ukraine and Russia flag was there, but it was. So whatever's going on in Ireland at the moment, Keir Starmer is going to be held responsible for. But it's just funny because I was posting all this stuff to her, telling her what to do, showing her the laws, and then I just remembered that dream, and it was almost like the dream was playing out in real life while I was trying to soothe her wounds by giving her the laws that her country, that Northern and Southern Ireland, well, I don't know about Southern Ireland because they're EU, but that the Northern Irish can use to help them fight the tyranny and in turn bring down Keir Starmer. As I was doing it, I felt Michael from the dream. I'm like, oh my God, this is the dream. This is what Michael said. This is literally what Michael said was going to happen. And he was saying, don't get involved. So then I had to pull back and not get involved. Like, I've done enough. I've given them the answers. I'm shadow banned, but they can use what I'm giving them, that no taxation without representation dream. I said you can withhold your taxes from your MPs. You can withhold your council taxes. You're not legally obligated to pay council tax. It's an honour system. And I brought up all the links to show the laws about how taxation works within the government and how the king uses the taxes and stuff. And there's still laws that are applicable today that nobody knows about. And so I was posting all this stuff and about, how civil servants, people who work for Parliament and the government and the police are considered civil servants, and civil servants by law, they're called civil servants because they work on behalf of the civilian population, which means it's the voters that tell Parliament and government and the cops and that what to do and what not to do, because they're civil servants. And civil servant jobs can be replaced depending on the will of the people. And civil servants answer to natural law and God's law. And this is what I was trying to explain to her, and I was putting it all up. And then I remembered my dream. As I'm trying to wrap her hands in bandages from the bloody war that's going on in Ireland, I remembered Michael stepping in the dream and going, "No, stop, you've done enough." So a couple of hours after I had that dream, the dream started playing out in real life. If that's not proof of the supernatural, I don't know what is. I said, I'm heavily shadow banned because I'm the quantum menace. I use physics as a menace. My quantum magnetics, as an occult physicist, as a physicist, makes me a menace to society because I'm like the anti-hero. I fight the system using my physics. Which is why I came up with the name the Quantum Menace. Because when she was originally Olivia, she uses her ability to manipulate time to manifest reality, her physics, quantum magnetics, to be a menace to the system. Like Deadpool. You can't make this up, eh? You see why I have to turn all of this into a comic book? Except she's not Olivia anymore, she's Ben. Although I might even still change Ben's name because I realised Benjamin, like Netanyahu bot. So I don't know. I might change his name, but I was cracking up. Here I am sitting there posting all this stuff to her to show her what to do, and then I just remembered the dream with Michael putting his hand on mine. No, you've done enough. Now it's his turn. Now it's Starmer's turn. So keep watching, because that's just hilarious. I had the dream, and then a couple of hours later it started playing out. So just keep watching, because the shit's about to hit the fan for Keir Starmer in a way that he's not going to recover from. And somehow what's happening in Ireland is obviously connected. And Ukraine and Russia. Like there's some sort of connection somehow. What it is, I don't know, but we're about to find out. Literally a couple of hours later, you can't make it up. Oh my God, I love my life. I'll speak to you later. Kisses. Quantum menace. Quantum menace. I do.